So fabrics have quite a range of quality to them, and what makes one better than another really may be dependent upon the situation that it's being worn in.
If I just take some of the wool off, you get a feel for what the staple is. You've got good staple fibre.
There's a lot of different elements to cloth. You can go anywhere from color, how the dye is created in the wool, where the sheep is raised, the year the sheep is raised. So the weather of that year is very similar to vintages of wine.
There's a yarn that we use in a bunch called Calypso. So then we play with the colours together. So we take maybe take the red and the grey and combine them together to create a design, something maybe that comes out like this one here.
So there's so many different factors that really you could point at to say, well, this makes this better, this makes this better. And when you combine all of those and you pay attention to the detail all the way through the process, I would say the companies that are focusing on those details really are the companies that are producing the best cloth.
I mean, fundamentally, the spinning process is really about making the most of the raw material that you've got. So weaving is really about engineering, it's about precision. It's about, if we say we want 3,506 ends in a piece of cloth, it's 3,506, not 3,504, not 3,508. It's got to be precise.
So weaving, very simply, is the process of passing weft across warp and getting the interlacing. And historically, that's how weaving has been done. What we're doing these days is not just, we are still passing weft across warp, but we are passing some very delicate wefts, some very expensive wefts across some very delicate and expensive warps. We're doing it quickly, we're doing it efficiently, we're doing it effectively. Well, the process hasn't changed since weaving was first invented, but what's happened is the demands of the customer have got more, the types of patterns that we're asked to weave have got more difficult and more complex, and because of that the machinery has had to move with the times and become more efficient, become faster, become more reliable.
Finishing, I would say, is where you come closest to an art form, particularly in terms of squeezing the last little bit of performance, of luxury, of handle out of a given yarn and a given structure.
The vast majority of wool in finishing gets washed, and the reason it gets washed is we want to remove any impurities that are in the fabric caused by previous manufacturing processes, such as spinning and weaving. What we're also doing in washing is we are affecting the handle and the drape of the fabric, because in the right conditions, on the right machinery, fabric moving round and round and round the machine the fibres begin to swell and the fabric begins to become more luxurious. So when you put those two things together, it being fit for purpose and it becoming more luxurious, that's a really important process. After that, we then come into the processing that we need in order to affect the handle. So do we want a suit that looks very pristine, that's very pressed, that's very shiny? Do we want something that's more natural? Do we want to change the surface of it so it touches and handles a little bit differently? And all of those processes we can optimise to get the best result.